So I tried to prepare myself for this video, and I'm gonna make it through without shedding a single tear because I just don't want to hear anybody's crap. So this is gonna be my best opportunity to really get you to understand how special somebody was to me. And I hope this really reflects how special the fragrance community is and what we mean to each other. That past all the bull crap, past all the facade, deep down, when something big happens, we care. One, because we're human beings, but also because this community is unlike anything I've ever been a part of. So if you want to hear about the most special fragrance release of 2018, the best fragrance release of 2018, and something that you're going to hear about here first, and only here first, stay tuned. What's up, fragrance community? My name is Joshua, and this is our channel, ScentSense. To all my loyal subscribers that keep coming in and keep joining the family every day, ladies and gents, thank you. And to all you new people who are riding the fence, trying to decide if you want to join the ScentSense family and you haven't made up your mind, you're gonna love it here. Come aboard. Today is a very special day. I've been trying to hold this in for so long. I haven't said one word about it on the channel. I've dropped some hints. I've spoke with some people. I broke the news on ScentSense radio. If you didn't listen to it, you're lost. But there's a very special project that I've been a part of, and I don't want any special recognition. I don't want any pats on the back. I just want people to really realize the impact that you as people in the fragrance community have and how much impact some people have had on others. I'm sure some of you, if you're loyal to the channel, have seen the video where I spoke about my good friend, Mr. Giorgio. He passed away, and in the midst of all of that, my son was being born. It was a trying time. It was really difficult. It was hard for me to comprehend how I could have such loss in my life and such monumental gain in my life at the exact same time. Chris was somebody I shared everything with. My ups, my downs, my triumphs, my victories, and my defeats. Chris was going to be a very special part of my life. I knew for a long time to come. He was going to get to meet my son. He was going to be the first person, and I know that sounds like I'm just, talking smoke, but the very first person out of all my friends in the fragrance community that I was going to call and say, man, he's born. Here's my son, show him pictures. Chris was a very special person because within the fragrance community, he was able to differentiate hate and love, but he was also able to make sure that the people from both sides of the spectrum really understood the other. It was really hard for you as a person to get under Chris's skin because no matter what, he was really good at finding the best and all the good in people. So in the midst of the loss and the tragic loss of Chris, I really felt a burning desire to make something happen and find a way to really encapsulate who he was and to give him the recognition he deserved. So frantically, while my son has just been born, I rushed to my phone and I messaged everyone I possibly could within the industry that I thought might possibly listen to me. I spoke with many people from indie houses and niche houses, and one person answered the call and answered it so quickly it almost didn't even feel real. This beautiful soul is a person who's often criticized and questioned because of different things when it comes to the house of her perfumery. But if you understood a person more deeply and gave them a chance and didn't just buy into all the bull crap that people spew, you would understand that deep down underneath all of it, a lot of people are much more beautiful than you know. So I reached out to Christi Meshell from the House of Matriarch. I told her my story and who Chris was to me and who Chris was to the community. Christi, in the most tumultuous way, said, I will have this fragrance ready. I feel inspired. I'm going work on it. So she dropped everything she had to take some of the finest ingredients that she could get her hands on that most people don't even have access to, and she made a fragrance 100% originally created and inspired by Chris. Only 44 bottles in total were made. They come in 15 milliliter sizes, and to me that makes them so much more special because just like Chris, he was rare. he was not a normal person. Normal in the fact of normal people come and go in your life. They are very, very misleading after a point, and they're often very selfish. And it's nothing against anyone, but that's just who we are inherently. But Chris not only broke the mold, he shattered the mold, and he was a special person to his very core. So Christi made these fragrances 100% like she makes every single one of her fragrance, and put 100% quality into all details when it came to the fragrance. The House of Matriarch isn't going to receive a single dime from any proceeds of the bottles that were sold. All but 10 bottles have been sold and or purchased. The 10 remaining bottles will be raffled off in the Facebook fragrance groups. That way everyone else has a chance to own a little piece of Chris. All funds that are collected from the sales of these bottles and the proceeds will go to Chris's family, and they can use it however they see fit. So now that we're past all of that, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you about the fragrance. The name of the fragrance is Amberchris by House of Matriarch. Let's go ahead and check out the presentation. As you can see, it comes in the normal House of Matriarch 15 milliliter box. It's got a pull-out slide, just like normal. It's got the catchphrase that Christi puts on everything, beauty will save the world. It's got a single white feather, which was very ironic that Christi offered to do it, because the memoriam picture of Chris has doves flying in the background with white feathers and plumes flying everywhere. It also has a card, as you can see, with a picture of Chris, and it says Amberchris in loving memory of Chris Giorgio, aka Mr.Sillage. On the back of the card is a description that I'd like to read to you. And guys, if this video feels long-winded for you and you don't want to watch it, don't take what I'm about to say at heart and rude. I don't give a crap. Just don't watch it. But this is special, so bear with me. And it means a lot to me. So if it does mean something to me, I hope it means something to you. Amberchris perfectly personifies who Chris was to so many. As Chris once said, the sense of smell is the strongest sense linked to memory, and fragrances can transport you to an amazing time. When you experience something while wearing that fragrance, it's almost like time traveling. So to be a constant reminder of who he was, who he is, and who he will remain to be, I humbly present to you Amberchris. In a world full of Ambroxan, be Amberchris. And as always, and most importantly, go frag yourself. Now for the bottle. As I hope you can see, it says Amberchris here. It's got the House of Matriarch logo, and in the background, floating through all there, is the words Mr.Sillage, which was his handle, his YouTube channel name. It's a 15 milliliter bottle, and this is really special. And it's gonna be my scent of the night, because I don't want to waste it. I'm gonna spray one single spray so we can talk about it. Here we go. What you're gonna get from this fragrance is a sweet, slightly smoky, warm, and seductively alluring fragrance. This fragrance will be perfect for this time of year and also perfect for winter. It's also gonna be great for a date night and great for a dressed up night. It's supremely versatile, and it also has notes of myrrh and tonka in it, which I don't know if many of you know this, but Chris's favorite fragrance was Joe Malone's myrrh and tonka. It's almost as Christi described it, as fluffy. It's so warm and soft and subtle, but yet it still has a smoky, deep, heavy richness to it. I find that this fragrance perfectly encapsulates who Chris was to so many. He was sweet, he was nice, he was charming, he was alluring, he captivated a room. He filled up a room. When he walked into a room, people took notice. Some people because he was just a good looking dude. Some people because he was so charming and just suave. But also because he shed a light in a world full of darkness. You know, Chris was very important to me because Chris was always there to keep me grounded. When people said ignorant things in the comment section below, or in the comment section of some of my friends who also do YouTube videos, Chris was the first person I spoke with. Chris helped me vent out what I felt, but also gave me some advice on how to handle it. Chris would have been very happy about this. Chris would have been beside himself to know that a fragrance by a house such as prestigious as House of Matriarch would make a fragrance in his likeness and a fragrance to encapsulate who he is. The best part about this fragrance is it's extremely wearable. It's fantastic in smell and scent. It's going to be very versatile, very good for the winter and fall months, but also perfect for a date night. You know, a lot of offerings from House of Matriarch are not for the faint of heart. A lot of niche and indie houses are just like that. But this is probably one of the most wearable niche/indie fragrances I've ever smelled. A lot of people are gonna think I'm just kind of, you know, riling it up and pumping it up because I just really want you to like this. To be honest, I don't give a damn if you like it or not. I'm just letting you know this is probably one of the best smelling fragrances, and it makes it so much more special because it's about Chris and it was for Chris, and I don't have to fake liking it. I only have 15 milliliters of this, and this is all I'm gonna have for the rest of my life. And I'm one of 44 people who are gonna own this. But in typical Chris fashion, I'm gonna go ahead and give one away that's sealed and packaged and ready to go. Don't comment something stupid about just wanting it. Comment something about the fragrance community that makes it special. Comment something about Chris that was special to you. Comment something positive about the fragrance community, because all Chris did was keep it positive. Chris, I wish you were here to smell this. I wish you were here to take part in this. You deserved it before and after life. I think that big things like this were definitely coming for you. Your candle just faded a little bit too quickly. But know that it eternally burns in the hearts of people who care about you and the people that you affected. So everyone, if you want a chance at this, go ahead and leave a comment in the section below. As I said, speaking about what's special about the fragrance community to you, what's special about this channel to you, what's special about Chris to you, what was special about his channel, and you'll be entered in to win this beautiful bottle. Don't despair if you don't win, guys. In about approximately a week to 2 weeks time, I'm gonna host a raffle for the last final 10 bottles in the Facebook fragrance groups. I'll make sure to announce it on Facebook where everyone can see it. Make sure to watch out for other YouTube reviewers who are also gonna do reviews on this fragrance, because a lot of YouTube reviewers wanted a bottle of this. Before you say some stupid crap about how all of these people probably got free bottles and they're just gonna hype it up, or whatever ignorant crap that some people may or may not say, know that everyone bought their own bottles. We invested in this because we wanted to A, bless Chris's family, but also because this is special to us as friends of his, because he deeply affected us just as much as we affected him. So just know that all these reviews are directly from the heart, and every penny spent on these bottles came directly from our own pockets. I'd like to give a special thank you to a few people who made this possible. I'd like to thank you, Christi, Meshell, so much for making this possible. The fact that you would do this as someone who is so revered in the fragrance community, the fact that you would sacrifice of yourself and your spirit and your soul to put it into making this fragrance, thank you so much. To a very newfound friend, somebody I feel a deep connection to, and I hope it's reciprocated, Mr. Near Guy from the fragrance store Perfumology that Chris would often go to, Chris had videos with, and Chris got very close to, is helping me logistically get this done, and has been a driving force in helping me make this happen, and I just want to thank you so much. To John from Fragrantica for making that article in Fragrantica and putting Chris's face there, where a website that he would look at and see the most revered people in the fragrance community, and to know that he was there, that was so special of you. And I look forward to hearing you talk about it yet again on Fragrantica when you smell this. I know this was long-winded, guys, but Chris deserves much more time than I'm going to give this. I don't think I could hold up for the rest of it, but I just want to thank y'all so much. I'm not gonna do the normal sign off with the like, comments, shares, and subscribes. Guys, that doesn't matter right here. I just want to let you know how much he means to me. And so I enjoyed every minute of this. I enjoy the fragrance community, and I'm back, and I'm not going anywhere. And as always, and most importantly, go frag yourself.
Sit down.